Good evening, everyone. Today I have with me Arnold, and we're gonna go through um, chapter 5. Yes, and which we're gonna be looking at conditional tests in Python.
Yes,
Yes, and yeah, let's delve in straight away. And yes, so basically this is gonna be more of a full if and elf and else. Yes. So let's start from the beginning. And when we look at conditional tests, the brain of if statement, yeah, is a test using operators. And some of the operators we have the equal, which is to ask if something is equal to something. We have not equal, which starts with an exclamation, followed by an equal sign, which means not equal. So we also have comparison operators, which is greater than, which is to ask if something is greater than, less than, greater or equals, less or equals. Yeah, and used for numerical. Yeah, this is for numerical operands. These are, yes. For instance, we have numbers. We can check if one is greater than the other. But in case you want to compare greater or less than, and you're using strings, it only looks at the first alphabet and compare alphabetical order, which one is greater than the other. Okay, we have multiple conditions as well, which is and we have which checks both must be true if we use and, or we can use the or, which is a special keyword as well in Python, and at least one of them must be true when we use the keyword or. Okay, we also have list checking to check if an item is in a list or is not in a list, to see if an item exists in a collection. And we'll be looking at some examples as well. So we have choosing the right tool. Yeah. The structure you choose depends on how many conditions you need to check. Simple if statement. Yeah. One specific test. If true, do it. If not, if false, um, do nothing. Yes. So if you have a simple is if the condition is satisfied and the outcome is true, what is in the after the your tab, what is inside the if statement is going to run successfully. But if there is nothing, nothing is going to run since there is no else. But in case um there's an if else, it's going to check what is in the if, and then if it fails, it's going to go to the else. The else's will run always automatically if the if fails the test. Okay, so we have exactly two probabilities if it's going to be a pass or fail. Yeah, and we also have what we call if else. Yes. So now many possibilities. Yes, not just the if only. We have another possibility in the elif as well. But you only want one to run. So the age-based pricing. That's an example. For instance, it checks your age if you are above a certain age. Else, if you are above a specific one, it moves to the next condition to check. If not, then it goes to the else as the last option. In case the if fails and the elif also fails, then it goes to the else. Okay. And we also have multiple ifs. We could have multiple ifs as well. Check um very conditions, or check every condition, because more than one could be true. Yes, because more than one could be true. So we could check. We can have multiple ifs. Yeah, adding multiple pizza toppings is an example. Okay, so On number 3, we're looking at a simple example of a pizzeria. So what we do is to copy this, and then we're going to run it together to see over here. So we have a word wrap over there. So let me do it this way so we can see exactly what is here. So we have available toppings, and we have what requested toppings. So what is happening here is a list of available toppings. You can top it with mushroom, with pepperoni, with extra cheese, and requested toppings. We have mushroom, French fries, and extra cheese. So those are two different lists that we have. So now we can check if the list is empty first. So what it does here, because over here, what the if does is checks if it's empty. If it's empty, it's gonna be falsy, and the code wouldn't run. But if it's having values in there, if it's having what you call it, a string or any data type inside the list, it will be true. Then the code in here is gonna run. So we have requested tokens. So because there's something in the requested tokens, our whole condition here that I've highlighted is gonna be automatically true. That is gonna go for we're gonna go into the for loop now. So now in the for loop, we're gonna check if topping is available in the requested toppings. Yeah. So this topping over here on line number 6 is just a variable that we've created to hold a specific instance that we're gonna be going through inside the for loop. So if the topping is available in available toppings, print has been added. We added this individual topping. Else is going to print, sorry, we don't have that specific topping. Yeah. And that one is going to come from our requested. So it's going to search through what we are requesting. If it's available in the available ones, then it's going to print it out. But if it's not available, it's going to tell us sorry. Yeah. And then after this if statement, we have an else. Then now this else will run only if our requested toppings, this one here, this list here is totally empty. Then it's gonna tell us it's gonna ask us, are you sure you want a plain pizza? Because you're not requesting for any toppings. So basically that's what it means. Yeah. So let's run this code to see. Let's just look at the terminal. Let me have a clean slate. We are running this one here. Let me open it with an integrated terminal. Let's run it again. Okay, let's run with F10. Okay. Oh, this is yeah. So we can see it here. It had a small delay, but it's fine. So we had added mushroom, and we see that the second one over here, our second one is French fries, and obviously French fries is not in the available. So it's gonna tell us that sorry, we don't have French fries as a topping in available toppings. And lastly, we can see added extra cheese because extra cheese is both here in our requested and it's also in our available toppings. So that's what it does, our if else statement here. It helps us to iterate through the for loop and to check if the individual items we're requesting is available in available toppings. So that is what is happening here. And so that is a simple example of a pizzeria. Yeah, that helps us to request. So it checks the empty if requirements, checks if there is anything in the list. Yes. So this right here checks if there is something in the list here. If there is nothing, it's going to be falsy and it's going to escape all of this line and go straight to the else. And then we also have a loop. It looks at the mushrooms, French fries, extra cheese, one at a time, because it's a for loop. And we have in the for loop we also have an embedded if else inside that for loop. And that's quite logical. Yeah, it's easy to understand. The filter, it finds mushroom unavailable if it's true, but if it doesn't, it finds French fries false. Yes, and so it prints sorry, the sorry message, as we can see on the over here in our terminal. It printed a sorry message because it couldn't find that French fries in available toppings. So these are key takeaway. So one action only, use if else, or use if else. So for multiple, you can use multiple ifs. Mm. And then we have independent matters. Oh, sorry? Indentation matters. Sorry. Indentation matters a lot because if we try to take away the indentation from here, it's going to take it out of the for loop and our code wouldn't run as expected. And we'll be having funny situations. So yeah, indentation matters a lot in Python. Python uses tab or space to know which code belongs to which indentation. As we can see, there's a nested indentation over here, and that's very important. So basically, that is it for chapter 5. We've looked at if
Yeah,
and F. Yeah. Thank you so much, Aaron, for being here. Arnold,
you're
for
welcome,
being here.
man.
Yeah.
It's no
uh,
problem. Huh?
yeah. Um, yes, and I recommend checking the previous videos as well to see other concepts in Python. Thank you all. Yes.